Record. Perfect. Okay. So thank you, ladies, so much for being willing to do this. I know this can be super nerve-wracking with all of the people that we have that are on and watching. But I definitely think it's something that is incredibly powerful to have others hear, because I think there's a lot of times where we talk a lot about rank advancements, we talk a lot about bonuses and all the things that we can earn here. But I think sometimes posting pictures doesn't necessarily speak as many doesn't speak the volumes that are necessary, simply because that's something that could just be passed down. And you can be like, I know of this person who says they got this or whatever. But something about video and just talking about it and making you guys real and talking about how incredibly life-changing this is and talking about the process that it took you guys to get there, I think is a little bit more powerful. So I also know it's a lot more nerve-wracking. So thank you guys to all of you who are on, and a lot of you guys who are watching. As always, if you guys have literally any questions, please drop them in the chat. I'll make sure to ask them. But we're just going to go ahead and get it started. So I'm going to start with Brittany, who recently just earned her VIP bonus. And I think this is probably one of the core ranks in the company, because I really feel like when you are striving for this and when you achieve it, it is something that really just almost sets you on fire. It gets the momentum going. It is something that carries you through into other ranks. So I feel like it is an essential core rank. But I want you, Brittany, to kind of talk us a little bit about, before you started, what were your thoughts on the opportunity, and what made you want to jump in? Let's just start with that.
It kind of scared me at first. I was just really worried I wouldn't be able to do it, that I wouldn't know everything I needed to know. I mean, just like a kid starting school, I guess, is the best way to explain it. But it was nothing like that at all. Everybody went out of their way to help me, which was awesome. And I don't know, it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah. What made you go from someone who was just watching to somebody who finally told their friend, yes, I'll do this with you? What was that moment where you finally decided to say yes?
I've struggled a lot with moods and just overall exhaustion and all this stuff. And I tried it before. I let people discourage me, which is a big no-no to begin with. And I finally started it back. I got to feeling great again. Wished I'd never quit. And then I don't know. I just wanted to help people feel like we all feel. Like I wanted people to feel better. I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and not want to get out of bed, so.
Yeah, I definitely think, like so many of us, when we first start, it's just to feel better. And then we end up feeling so incredible. It's difficult to imagine ourselves not telling everybody we know about it and changing their lives too. So for those of you guys who don't know, the VIP bonus is 2 customers and 2 promoters. And so tell me how you went about doing that. Because I know a lot of people will think, wow, 2 customers and 2 promoters in 2 weeks. That sounds really intense. So tell me how you went about doing that and what you felt like really contributed to your success in that area.
I feel like I just reached out to people that I thought it would work for. I pretty much started with my friends and family. And I don't know, like I was surprised at how many people I just talked to them about it, told them what it was doing for me, and a lot of people kind of just jumped on in. So it was awesome.
Yeah, I see. I think it's like, and we don't cold. So did you cold message anybody, or were you reaching out to them no? Okay. So, and I just say that as not necessarily, but like just something that we don't do here is, we aren't cold messaging everybody and their brother and, just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it sticks. It sounds like she was intentionally reaching out to people she knew, who would be open to allowing this to change their lives, and that she helped them do that. And it sounds like she's well on her way to 4K, which is going to be the next rank we talk about, I know. But, and also for those who don't know, when she just earned her VIP bonus, were you VIP 800 or 1600?
800.
800. So she secured herself $500+ in less than 2 weeks, which was deposited. Did you get it this Tuesday or was it a couple Tuesdays ago? Yeah. You got it
Yeah,
this Tuesday?
I got it this Tuesday. I started Friday or Saturday and got it Tuesday. So
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. She did VIP 800 in 2 days. Holy crap. Okay. So that part was left. That part is quite astounding. So for those of you guys who don't know, she actually now has the remainder of that time to do the bonus again. So it's not over. But yeah, she definitely got $500+ has the potential to get upwards of 1,200 and change. And that wow, that is absolutely incredible.
yeah,
So
I
yes,
was
4K is
excited.
definitely happening. For sure. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Brittany. All right, we're going to move on to 4K now, which is the next rank following VIP 800 and 1600. And so that is going to be Katie Ratz. If you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, I pretty much have the same questions for you. I think she's on here, Katie.
I'm right here. I'm on my husband's phone. Mine died right
Perfect.
before the
Okay,
meeting
cool.
started.
I was like looking
Sorry.
for the last name. So, all right. So pretty much the same question. So tell us what it was like before thriving, before the opportunity, and what made you want to say yes to your friend about joining the opportunity?
To be honest with you, I took a trip to Arizona and I was going through some like mental health stuff. I was dealing with some friend issues. I was debilitated with anxiety. I was hiding from my cell phone. And I trusted my friend. She slapped the patch on my arm and she said, "We're going to do this together." And 3 days in, I was loving my Thrive experience. I was feeling good every single day, and better and better. And then I went home kind of sticker shocked at first. 4 days later, I was like, I don't know how we're going to make this work, honey, but like my mental health is worth it and we need to. So we decided to hit the green promoter button and it kind of took off from there. Just sharing our experience, how it's helped us. My husband actually didn't do this for the same reasons. He kind of just did it to support me. And because Tracy was like, here, try this, right? And he's seen different benefits than I have personally. But because we share our experience, because it's working so well for us, it took off. We completed our VIP 800. And then we missed the 1600, but we got the Maui gyms on my account. We hit 4K on December 31st, right before the rank advancement started. Then we busted our ASSs, hit my husband's 4K during the rank advancement, and now we're trying to hit 12 on both. So here we go. Ass on fire. Excuse my language.
No, I absolutely love that. So I love that you still, so for those who don't know, we recently, from January until April, the company released an opportunity for every single promoter to go for. It's called a rank advancement. That is a matching bonus on the rank you achieve. So it's exactly the way it sounds. If you hit 4K, you get a $4,000 bonus, 12K, $12,000, 40K, 80K, 200K. And we're going to hear from everybody who's done this. And so every single one of these ladies, when you hear them talk about a rank, I also want you to kind of really take in the scope of what they have done for their lives and their family with these bonuses and how it is possible for every single person. So Katie, you said you got it on yours on December 31st, right before the rank advancement came out. Rank advancement came out January 1st. You're probably thinking, oh my God.
It's like, oh my gosh, literally, but that was the last day of my VIP period. So like I had to close it. There was no reason, like everything happened the way it was supposed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I love that you pushed no matter what.
Exactly.
I love that. What do you feel like? So same question that I had for Brittany. What do you feel like were some of the biggest factors that really contributed to your success in achieving not only your VIPs, but also your Maui gym and your 4K? What do you feel like were some of the biggest factors in that?
Well, number one, I have like the best upline. Now she doesn't even sleep, you guys. Like literally, she don't sleep. She is always there anytime that we ever need her. Number one, like if I need a 3-way chat, she's always there. Sue Ellen is always the same. Brittany has helped me out. Like there's so many people. Haley, like I can't even tell you. There's so many people that I've been able to reach out to. I appreciate all of you guys. But like, honestly, it's the support from the team. It's the Zoom calls, whatever I'm able to hop on. If I'm able to like get to it, if I'm not, I can go and rewatch stuff. Just kind of having the support there, being able to ask questions, you know what I mean? Other people's experiences and using that and going off of that, doing the three-way chats. I've done a lot of those recently. And just kind of trying the product myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's only going to speak for itself because I know how it works for me personally.
Exactly. So always just kind
That's
of
it.
sharing your story for sure.
Yep.
I love that. And so now
But
you're
it's
going
the Superwoman down there. She's in my bottom corner, but she has a cape. It's invisible.
And so now I know that you earned it on 4K on yours before the rank advancement. So you're going for 12 on yours, but you end up hitting 4K on your husband's account, which means you guys secured yourself a $4,000 bonus payout. So that's quite amazing. I know so many people here right now are waiting, for the government to get their head out of their booties and send them a stimulus check of not even half that value. And so you just went and did it in a couple weeks. And absolutely crushed that. Now you guys are going for 12K. 12K is the next rank we're going to talk about, but that comes again with the $12,000 bonus payout and a luxury car payment. Which, I mean, I can't imagine the way you crushed 4K on yours, the way you crushed 4K on his, that you guys
It's
are
so
not
possible.
gonna get it. I know, right?
On the last day of the month, we were like just over 3,000 away from 12K, like so close, you guys. It's so possible. So my butt is on fire. Like, we're doing this. We're gonna hit it on at least one of their accounts, if not both, hopefully.
Absolutely. And I think that's the theme you guys are going to hear tonight is just how absolutely possible it is and how a lot of these ladies were able to hustle their butts off to make sure that it happened. And we're going to cruise right along now to Miss Alexis, who recently hit 12K, and she is going to talk to you guys a little bit about the process that it took her to get there, but also what that means for her. So Alexis, the questions I was asking the girls prior to was, before you started Thrive, what was it like before the opportunity? And then what made you want to say yes to the opportunity? And what was that point where you were like, I'm done sitting here, I'm done waiting. I know you were a customer for a little bit. So what was that point for you?
Honestly, that point for me was seeing Deanna's post, because she was my promoter, and I kind of followed it a little bit and I thought about it, but I was like, I don't really think it's for me, but definitely the point of turn was seeing that she won a trip to Cabo. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, I messaged her. I was like, what do I need to do to be this person posting about Cabo? So yeah. What were your other questions? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. That was the first one. And then also,
Okay.
So like you got to 12K. So talk to us a little bit about your journey to 12K and what you feel like were some of the biggest factors that got you there and what it's meant for you. So like we talked about, the 12K is the $12,000 bonus, the luxury car. Also tell us what car you got your eye on and that you're going to be picking out. And just kind of talk to us a little bit about your journey to 12K and what it took to get you there.
So definitely consistency, determination. I feel like these bonuses definitely kind of put a little oomph in it, to make me want to strive a little bit harder. So just, I don't know. I mean, $12,000 sounded really great, and I just kind of ran with it,
I mean, when you think about it, that can pretty much motivate anyone to do anything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
In order for you to do that, it's not like you sold $12,000 to just customers. So you obviously had to help other people along the way achieve their bonuses. So what do you feel like really contributed to you helping other team members hitting these VIPs and hitting these 4Ks like we just talked about with the ladies prior to you?
So yeah, definitely. I have a couple of girls under me who are awesome. I helped them hit their VIPs. A couple of my girls hit 4K. I had one girl hit 12K. So just being consistent with not only myself, but them has helped build a really great team. And actually the day before, well, I think it was the 31st, we were so close to hitting 40K. I think we were $2,100 from 40K. Yeah. So the girls under me, they definitely hustle. They definitely want it just as bad as I do. So just being there and being consistent with them as well has helped me a ton, has helped them a ton. And we're all definitely running for that bonus for sure.
Absolutely. So you're most definitely going to be 40K this month. And again, for those who are watching, yes, that does mean $40,000 on top of whatever bonus payout she's going to be receiving on the second Tuesday of this month. And so, with that, we'll kind of cruise right along to the next one, which is 40K, which is the beautiful Miss Deanna, who reached 40K. Dare I say also probably almost 80K. And didn't you reach a pretty high rank on your husband's account too?
I did. We both hit 40K for the first time on both accounts.
Absolutely incredible. So talk to us a little bit about that, because you've been promoting for a little while. So tell us kind of for you what the journey to 40K has looked like.
So I started about 8 months ago, and I hit 4K in my first 30 days. And then my second month in, I hit 12K. And then I just kind of cruise along at 12K. And I think that the biggest change that I made is, well, for one, I finally started believing in myself, getting out of my comfort zone some. And I started speaking more about what the opportunity was doing for me. As far, like even Alexis said, I got Cabo and I posted about that. And then it was just like all of a sudden, everybody started seeing like, wow, so it's not just the products doing something for her, like the opportunity is now. And then I just like my team just kind of came all at once. And I think just duplication, plugging them into Trello, teaching them to be just genuine, just start with the product. And when you're in a bad day, just think back why you started promoting, because of the products. And that's what I just teach my team, is always just go back to the products, because that's why we all started, is just sharing, what we love. And I feel like that's what's just really growing my team, and just being genuine and just continuing to share, what the products do for us.
I absolutely love that, because it's so true. I definitely feel like, especially after Orlando and having met you for the first time and really kind of doing some soul searching, you really kind of woke up in the sense, almost like this soul, your soul kind of woke up, where you were like, I am a badass. I am awesome. And I'm going to walk in it. And you did. And look at what you were able to do, secure a $40,000 bonus for you and for your husband, and you're driving a luxury car. And it's just absolutely insane that the things you've also been able to do with bringing other team members along, multiple 12Ks, multiple 4Ks. And I think that's one thing that I absolutely love about this opportunity, is you're not succeeding unless you're helping other people do the same exact thing. And so it's not like you just get to 40K and your whole team is still down here waiting for something to happen. In order for you to do that, they're achieving their goals along the way. And that's what I absolutely love about not just this community, but also just the opportunity in general. And it sounds like once you started talking about that, people saw it, because it really does. When you start presenting the opportunity and you start presenting our company and our comp plan and the things that are happening, it very quickly differentiates itself from other companies and from other teams. And I feel like that really draws people in, because it looks like it's real on the outside, but it feels it. When they start to come in and they talk to people, they're like, wow, it doesn't just look good, it actually is good. And I think also, having watched you guys and kind of the metamorphosis your entire team has had, it is incredibly indicative of how you have just stepped up as a leader, and you have just kind of positioned yourself as someone who's saying, I'm going to do this no matter what. I'm going to go for it. I know that you were in your Uplands inboxes like every day. You had sticky notes on your wall. Like, you were absolutely determined. What were some of the things and practices that you got into that really helped you stay organized and stay focused? Because I mean, a 40K team is a big team, and you're tracking your goals and other people's goals along the way. So what do you feel like helped you get that, in the sense of like the business side of things?
I would say Trello board is just like my number one thing. Whenever I first started, I'll be completely honest, I don't think I plugged into Zooms as much or Trello board or just really plugged into the resources part and really learning the products. I kind of was just like, oh, I'm just going to do my own thing. But I think that's really, really helped me. And I'm just continuing to duplicate it on. And I think that that is really what is just making my team pour out, is they're really just learning like every step of the way. And even local, like sometimes people will say, well, she's been doing it forever and she's not here or there. And I'm just like, it's different on our team. I promise. Like, it just goes to show how different it is and how, much more educated we are. And we just all grow together.
No, I completely agree. I think what I love about this is day one, you can come into this being an expert, not because you might be an expert, but because the resources are the expert and you can lean into them and you can utilize them so that you don't need to feel overwhelmed learning every single thing on day one to feel like you can accomplish anything. So I absolutely love that. And what's next for you is 80K, have no doubt. Like you were so close. And I just know it's absolutely going to happen for your team this month. I literally have no doubt. I feel like I already have your cookies ordered and your badge made. I should just do
we're
it now.
ready. We ended, I think, 10,000 short last month of 80K. So
That's insane considering you only just recently hit 40K and also like halfway through the month hit 40K on your husband's and like you were so close. That's why I'm like, yeah, I have no doubt that you're gonna do 80. And again, you getting that $80,000 bonus payout on top of your husband's $40,000 payout. I'm really trying to reiterate this, and people are probably like, we get it, we know. But I really want people to grasp the scope of just how incredible this is and the money that's literally going to be changing these people's lives. I mean, that is like a $4,000 or $5,000 check every month on top of your husband's, on top of your weekly pay, on top of your car bonus. Like your second Tuesday check of the first one you get is probably going to make you fall over.
Yeah.
And
and on my husband, he wasn't a 12K yet. So now he like went through 12K and then to 40. So now we will get an auto bonus on his as well. So yeah. Just so much growth at one time.
I know, it's absolutely insane. So I know that a lot of us are going to be doing a payday Zoom just like this, broadcasting it, watching everybody's faces, because some of y'all might just fall on the floor. And I feel like I need to watch that. But I definitely think that this is a life-changing option creating money. And that's what I want to reiterate is it's not just the money. It's not like, oh, look, you can go do this and go buy this person, go get this car and get something fancy. I mean, this is something that literally creates options for your family and is impacting your future. This is pay off your house money. This is buy a car in cash money. This is put your kid through private school money, pay off your student loan money. Like these are big, huge life-changing things. And so I just like painting the picture for me right now for everybody on this and anyone who will watch it down the road is just absolutely crucial. So Deanna, thank you so much for sharing. We're going to move on to Lizzie, who hit 80K. And this has been something she has been chasing for a little bit, something I almost feel like she sandbagged on and was totally capable of hitting, but was almost scared. I almost felt like you knew you could do it, but it's scary because you're basically nearing the top of the mountain and you've worked so hard. You're almost like, well, I don't want to get to the top quite yet. Like, I'm not know if I'm ready for the top. And so when she hit this, I definitely felt like a proud mom a little bit, or like a proud aunt, it's just like, because seeing her finally crest over that and seeing her hard work rewarded was just absolutely awesome for me. So same question for you, Lizzie, when you first started, because it was almost exactly a year ago, right? Because it was at our last getaway that we had before the world shut down. You finally reached out to Carly. So what made you want to do that? What made you want to reach out to Carly and say, I'm going to do this?
So I watched Carly for like 6 months, basically just living her best life. And during her pregnancy too, I watched her. And I was a para in a pre-K class at the time, and I was literally like falling asleep in the classroom at nap time with the kids. I was just exhausted. I was really exhausted. And I was really overweight too. And I was tired of being exhausted and overweight, but it's like I didn't have any motivation to do anything about it. And so finally, I had to wait until we got our income taxes. And I finally just bit the bullet and did it. And I went all out. I bought like all the patches, the shakes, I bought the Sculpt, the Balance, like I was ready. And I think I was like day one, I was already feeling it. I was just like, I kicked myself in the butt, like even though I was thriving, but I was like mad at myself that I waited so long to get started.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people's beginning journeys. When they finally start thriving, they're like, why did I wait so long? Why did I not tell my friends soon enough? Why did I make fun of them for so long? Why did I, whatever it was. So what do you feel like? So I know that you've been on several of my interviews. And so I think for a lot of people though, haven't really heard your journey from 40 to 80. So, I mean, that's doubling. That is doubling your volume. And that is a big jump from 4K, you can kind of do solo, 12K, you definitely need a couple other people, to help them grow. 40K is really learning to step into this leadership role where you're really helping other people achieve big ranks. 80K is like this huge leap into something completely different, like a completely different leadership role. Like now you are looked at like you are an expert. You have been doing this for a while. You know what you're doing. And like, I just feel like it's one of those ranks that's like, you really start feeling like, oh my gosh, like this is the big time kind of thing. So what do you feel like for you was the shift that got you from 40 to 80? And what did that shift look like for you that you really felt like secured 80 in the bag?
Man, I don't know. We hit a huge growth spurt. Like Deanna said, at one time, we had a lot of people watching us. And then with the new year, new me, people are ready to lose weight, get healthy, more energy, whatever. I don't know. I've always shared, what the product has done for me and, what I know about the product and what it can do for other people. And I think people just got tired of watching and they just decided to jump. And, all of our girls, they started for the product. And they all share what it's done for them and what they know about it and what it can do for other people. And so I think people just really started seeing it's not just Lizzie, it's like Deanna, it's Alexis, it's Lauren, it's everybody. Like we're ready to jump on this and do it too.
Exactly. Yeah. I think when other people can start to see what you're helping other people do, it opens up something in them that says, well, if she can do it for them, she could do it for me, and I definitely think as you start approaching, that 12K, 40K, 80K, that's kind of the phenomenon that happens is up until then, like VIP and 4K, it's very much people look at it and go, well, that's good for you. You could do this. I could never do that. You're doing X, Y, and Z. You're selling stuff. But when you kind of start growing other people, it somehow validates your ability to help others. And those who are looking on can say, well, if she can help them, if she can help this person get 12K, if she can help that person hit this bonus, if she can help that person, then, maybe she could help me. And so I think that, like Deanna said, and kind of what I'm hearing from you echoing is like sharing the opportunity and showcasing and shouting out your girls and all the amazing things that you guys are helping them do and that they are doing shows people that it's very, very real. And they look at it and go, well, again, if Deanna can help so-and-so do it, she can help me. If Lizzie can help. And again, it also just reiterates the community, of people that rally around you to make anything possible. And so and again, like $80,000. Like, have you wrapped your head around that yet?
No.
No.
Like I told Alicia yesterday, like I hit 40K literally just a few days before December ended.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew something was coming in January, but we wasn't quite sure what it was. whenever we found out it was the rank advancement, I like fully just like, I was like, I'm not going to hit 80K. I'm not, like, I already had it in my mind that it just wasn't happening. And it did. And so now I'm still just kind of like, wow, like I, me, Lizzie, you know, like I'm from a small town, you know, I'm not a nobody, but I never thought, you know, when I started 11 months ago that I would make it all the way to 80K, but it just goes to show that it's possible. Um, but I did actually sit down today and I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this? And so I did get my life together a little bit today, and I'm going to get us out of debt. I am determined. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get us out of debt.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people who might watch it might be like, oh my gosh, 80,000, you know, but you look at it again, what would being debt free create for people? How much freedom would that give you from, you know, paying off the house you live in, paying off the cars you drive, paying off credit cards, paying off loans, paying off all these things that literally hold you back, you know, and that's exactly what debt does to people and their families. And so paying off debt is absolutely huge because it creates the ultimate freedom of being able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want to do, and not feel tied down to having to, you know, just make a certain amount to cover bills and this, that, and the other thing. So I am absolutely so ridiculously proud of you. I cannot wait to see your face when you open it on Tuesday. Absolutely know you are just going to poop yourself. Seeing that amount in your bank account. I think a lot of the ladies and gentlemen on here will as well. There's just something about seeing that amount for the very first time. It just feels very, very surreal. And sometimes people have to sit there and they're like, but is it real though? Like, I know people make fun of me, you know, for Monopoly money, but maybe this is where I start getting paid in Monopoly money, and then it hits your bank and then you can actually swipe your card and it goes through. You're like, holy crap, this isn't. this is real money. So thank you, Lizzie. And I know, lucky for you, Carly volunteered to go, so you're not last. I know you were feeling the pressure of going last. So Carly swooped in and is saving your booty on that one. So the very last rank, 200K, and Carly makes the third one on our team, myself, Alicia, and now Carly, is the top rank in the company. And after that, there is no rank. There is other, like, you know, little awards that they give, you know, Lavelle Millionaire Award, whatever, those things, but top rank in the company. I'm not even going to necessarily give this girl like a, you know, an entry, because I feel like we talk about it so much just because her story is absolutely so incredible. So, Carly, tell us a little bit about what getting 200K has meant for you and whether you thought it was possible, because I know there was a little bit where you were determined but worried.
So the beginning of the month started out so strong, and like my whole team knows I was out of pocket for the first 2 days in the month. I was no signal, in the woods, in the mud, and I come back to literally them killing it. Like I was like, my phone was spazzing out. Like I think it broke for like 5 hours. Like I literally couldn't even use it. And I was like, what? Like this is the month. And so things slowed down a little bit, and then Double Triple came out, and I was like, game time, like this is it. And then I remember, like, I'm messaging Courtney, I'm like, do you think it's possible? Like, you tell me right now. I'm like, honest, don't just say it. She's like, it's ridiculously possible. And when she said ridiculously, I was like, you're right, this is ridiculously possible. And so I just knew what my team was capable of. They made that very clear at the beginning of the month, regardless of if it slowed down a little bit or not. I knew that when they saw Double Triple, they thought the same thing as me. They thought, game time, I'm going to add some new team members, I'm going to get some volume. And so I knew that we were all in this together, and it was very clear to me. All my other ranks, like, 4K, I basically hit by myself. 12K, I think I had like one team member. I earned my first vacation by myself. I've always hustled, but it was clear to me that 200K was very much so a team effort. And I had never been more thankful for my team. I've been going for 200K a year. It was my 80K anniversary when I hit 200K. And I, at one point, was like, if it happens, it happens, because I've been trying to hit this rank for a year now. And so once it happened, I think I've hit rank advancement, but it's not going to register until I swipe my card, until I pay off a debt, until I stick it in my savings account. Because as of right now, I'm like, I'm 200K. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's definitely an incredibly surreal experience. I think something, again, because you've worked so hard for so long, you know, for something. A lot of us who are starting this journey, that's where we want to get to. That's the end point for us, you know, not where we stop, but like that's the pinnacle. And like when you finally get there, you're like, wait, what? And it doesn't register. And especially you hit it during rank advancement. And when I tell you that as Danny Angela says, that your heart's gonna fall to your butt when you see that check next month on that Tuesday, girl. Like I remember the first time I saw mine after reset. I was just like, that's not real. That's not happening. And I remember. Yeah,
I saw one of your paychecks.
Mhm.
Like you scribbled it out, but I was looking, and I added it up, my bonus, and I was like, my check's gonna look like that. Like I'm literally getting hot talking about like my chest is getting red. Like there's no way. But I think that a lot of people say in their mind, I'm never gonna get that. And that is the only thing that sets people apart. The only thing. Like no one is more special than the other. It's a matter of the people who wake up in the morning and say, I'm more than capable of hitting 200K. And the people who say that'll never be me.
Right. No, exactly. Because look, single mom of 22. And I know someone reiterated this in the chat. They're like, can we not forget that she's only 22? And I know that you're probably like, I'm so sick of it. But I mean, literally, I think that is so incredible. Cause like, I'm not sure I know any other 22-year-olds who make multiple six figures, who you had already breached the 6-figure mark as of 2020. It was clear you were going to surpass that this year. Now it's incredible to think that you have tripled that, which I don't know any other people your age making half that would be good, you know, like, so it's just mind blowing. And so when people say that it's not worth it, or, you know, oh, I'm a mom, or, oh, I'm busy, or, oh, I work, or whatever. And it's like, I don't know if 200,000 isn't worth that to you, you know, maybe, I'm not sure. So
for me, the reason why I started has always been my son. So someone messaged me the other day from the Orlando retreat, and she was like, I just wanted to congratulate you. I know you do this for your son. So I just want to tell you that. And I was like, you know, what's crazy is what happened when I hit that. I told Jackson, I said, Mommy just did something incredible, and I can buy you anything you want now. Like that for me was huge. Like I can, like, the things that he needs are not even created yet. Like I can literally go invent something for my child to make his life easier, you know, things like that I never thought was possible. And for me, like, age could have stopped me, but really it was just my babies that motivated me. And like I said, it's just a matter of, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do this. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your circumstances. Jackson was like throwing a huge fit, and I was like, all right, dude, pep talk right now. I gotta go outside. I gotta go. And I made it happen, even though I was so anxious, because I was like, he's gonna start screaming while I'm on here. But I think it's just, you make time for what's important, and it's very, 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 very clear now what is important.
Exactly. And I think that kind of just rounding out this entire Zoom altogether is showing people what is incredibly possible. I mean, if we're just simply adding up the various bonuses that these women have earned, just these women. I mean, was in my Trello board today looking at all of our rank advancers, and I stopped counting at like 25 or 30. But when you add up the rank advancement bonuses, just these ladies have earned, I mean, it breaches close to, you know, around $400,000. Just the people who spoke today paid out, and it's in cash, and it's on top of their weekly paychecks, on top of their auto bonus payouts, on top of all of those things. And so again, closing out to reiterate, fully grasp it. I keep reiterating it over and over because I know how crazy it is to like wrap your head around this if you have never been a part of network marketing, or you're brand new to this, or maybe you're not new but you feel like you haven't really earned anything of significance yet. It can feel really hard to wrap your head around it and understand that it is possible for you. But just like a lot of these women have said, there is nothing special about, I mean, they're very special, but there's nothing different about them that you don't have. They didn't come to the table with, you know, better education, with more followers, with this, that, or the other thing that you don't have, or you can't have, or you can't go get. Everyday people who started just because they wanted to feel better. Lizzie, who was fall asleep at nap time, you know, Carly, who was working 2 jobs, taking care of her kids. I mean, it just starts with wanting to feel better. And as long as you are relentlessly pursuing that, and wanting that for other people, and then wanting what you're achieving for other people, and plugging in and making sure that's all possible, it just, these women have put forth a relentless effort to just not give up, whatever it was, not give up on helping that mom feel better, helping their neighbor thrive, helping their new team member hit these bonuses that, you know, pay for childcare, pay for their groceries, put gas in their car. It is fueled by passion. And so if that's not something that you feel deep down in your belly, then you might be in the wrong place. But if you do feel passionate and you do feel like this is something that drives you, then know that it is incredibly possible. But it does require you to pour into your team, into yourself, into your mindset, to growing and just, you know, not saying no. A lot of these people, I, you know, listen to Katie, listen to Deanna, all these people who were, you know, millimeters away from certain things could have easily said, I'm just going to take next month off and kind of recoup. And, you know, that was a huge blow that I didn't really get. No, they're more on fire this month to get it because they know exactly what's possible. So thank you guys so much for making time to get on. I know that we went a little over, but these stories are just absolutely incredible. And we are going to have more and more and more of these as the months go on until April. And I can't wait for your name to be on one of them. I know that some people were invited on here. So if you were invited on by somebody, reach out to them, ask them about the opportunity, ask them about what's possible, about our team, about how we do things differently, about the resources that we have and the wisdom that people have in here that you can lean into at will. Like I said, we are a community and it's something that we all utilize to be able to grow and become better. So thank you guys so much for getting on. I will let you go and have a great evening and a great dinner. I know we're all in various time zones. So thank you ladies also for getting on and speaking. I'll catch you later. Bye.